You're watching MTV Music Television, the world's first video music channel in stereo. And I'm Simon Lebon.
And I'm Nick Rhodes from Duran Duran, and for the next hour we're taking over MTV.
With videos from the likes of David Bowie, Peter Gabriel, and right here from David Byrne and Talking Heads. Now that was the Thompson Twins with Love on Your Side from their stateside album, Sidekicks. Now, talking of the Thompson Twins...
Yes. They were produced by a guy called Alex Sadkin, in fact, and he's going to be working on the next Duran Duran album with us, and that should be ready around autumn time, I guess.
I suppose so. Which reminds me, have you written any new songs yet? In that case, we better get on with this. All right, I am Simon Lebon.
And I'm Nick Rhodes, your Guest VJs on MTV, and we've got more video in stereo right after this. Right, the next artist we're going to see is David Bowie. He's taken a break for about 3 years from recording albums. In fact, Scary Monsters was the last one. But he's just come up with a new album called Let's Dance, and there's a few interesting tracks on that. He's done a song that he did on the Iggy Pop album, The Idiot with Iggy Pop, called China Girl, and he's also done a reworking of Cat People, which was the only other recorded work to come out before the new album. And this that we're about to see is in fact an older clip called Ashes to Ashes.
But before you go into Ashes to Ashes, before he does that, I'd like to tell you about some of his live work, because he hasn't done anything on the stage for about 5 years. Obviously a lot of people have been missing him, and he's announced a couple of weeks ago that he's going to be doing a tour in England, and we reckon that you'll be able to see him over here in the States this summer. So, here we go, Bowie at his best with Ashes to Ashes. Yay! That was Michael Jackson with Billie Jean, and pretty soon you're going to be able to see his new video that's called Beat It on this station, MTV. Incidentally, that features a guitarist by the name of Mr. Eddie Van Halen, and he's been getting around a bit, as old Michael. He was just in London, I've heard, working with Paul McCartney on a little project. And he's currently working with his brothers, the Jacksons, on a new album.
Yeah, that's right. That album should be out later on in the year. And the video you saw before that was, in fact, Rapture by Blondie from their Auto-American album. They haven't been doing too much as a band recently, but Debbie's been working on a show on Broadway, and the drummer, Clem Burke, has in fact been playing with an English band called the Eurythmics. They're a band that we toured with last year, and it was very enjoyable.
It certainly was. By the way, if you're interested, this young man's name is Nick Rhodes.
And this is Simon Lebon. We've got more to come, including some surprise guests and a world premiere video from Duran Duran, so stick with us. Kate Bush with Sat in Your Lap. You may have heard Kate's high-pitched voice on Peter Gabriel's tune Games Without Frontiers.
And that is no coincidence, because before that, before Kate Bush, I mean, you were listening to, and you were watching, a video by Mr. Peter Gabriel called Shock the Monkey. Hey, you know what, Nick?
What?
I've had this rather odd feeling lately. I mean, have you ever had the feeling that somebody was following you around?
No, I don't know, it's funny because
I know,
there feels to be some sort of distance between us nowadays.
Some kind of third presence.
Yeah?
Do you believe in ghosts?
No, not very often, but I guess the sort of people that sometimes appear to be there, but just aren't.
I know what you mean. Can you imagine what it would be like to be invisible?
Not really. Do you think they make sounds at all, though?
I don't know. I keep getting this kind of click whir in my ears all the time.
No.
I can't work it out, man. Maybe it's
called insanity, I believe.
Could be. I think it could be also, I was thinking it may be a secret member of the FBI following us around.
No.
No?
No. FBI don't have white hair, surely.
No, white hair? You've been having the same dreams as I've had, haven't you?
About a guy with white hair and glasses and a camera.
The camera bit, it's the bit that worries me. It really is.
Yeah, you never really know, do you, what's going on now?
What do you think?
I don't know.
It's all
I swear I keep hearing something.
I keep hearing it. That damn noise.
What? This is ridiculous.
Absolutely. Totally ridiculous.
I can't believe it. In fact, I guess it's time to get away from this nonsense. And right now, let's go back into the video of Robert Palmer.
Okay, now you've just been watching Mr. Lounge Lizard himself. That's Brian Ferry there, out in front of Roxy Music with their song Angel Eyes. Now they've just released a new 4-track live EP. It's called Musique. Incidentally, that video there was directed by a young man from England called Mr. Anthony Price, purveyor of rather nice but very expensive silk suits.
Yeah, they've just got a new video album out in England, actually. It's called The High Road, and it's from one of their concerts that they did in Paris not too long ago. And very good at that as well. And now, I guess, it's time to move on.
It is, and I have to say to the people out there watching, hi, I'm Simon Lebon.
And I'm Nick Rhodes, and we've got more video music to come, including The Doors and Japan, so don't go away.
No girls on film, but while Nick Rhodes is saving the planet, we've got more music in stereo, videos on MTV Music Television! Woo! Okay, that was David Sylvian out there with Japan, with their song Visions of China, coming from their LP called Tin Drum. Now, since that LP, I'm afraid they've split, but Sylvian's off on his own. Mr. Bass Player, what's his name?
Mick Kahn.
Mick Kahn. He's out doing work as well, and I should keep your eyes open because there's some very interesting things going to happen in that direction. Anyway, I'm Simon Lebon.
And I'm Nick Rhodes, and coming up right after this break, we've got the world premiere. Yes, the world premiere of our new video, Save a Prayer, so don't go away. Okay. Don't be a dummy.
Save a Prayer on MTV Music Television. I hope you had as much fun watching that one as we had making it. We made it in Sri Lanka under the hot tropical sun with a director called Russell Mulcahy. He was the director of our whole video album. I'm Simon Lebon.
And I'm Nick Rhodes, your guest VJs on MTV Music Television. And today, we brought along the rest of the guys in the band. It is, in fact, the whole Taylor family. Hi. Roger Taylor, Andy Taylor, and John Taylor.
And we've actually brought something very special. Well, it's special to us, and we hope it'll be special to you. Yeah. This is it. Your gold album, in fact. Yep, this is actually the gold album for the LP Rio, and we'd like to make it a big present to you at MTV for all the support that you've given us over the past, well, since you've been around and since we've been around in this country. Thank you very much.
It's just about time for us to go now. We've had a great time as guest VJs, and we'd like to say thanks to Andy Warhol and the rest of the guys for stopping by. We'd also like to thank JJ Jackson for letting us take over the last hour of his show. Right now, let's turn it over to Mark Goodman, and Simon, hang it on the wall.
Yeah, right. Goodbye. Thank you.
There we go.
Yeah, not bad, eh?